CHAMPS is brought to you by Lawrence Technological University, where possible is everything. The Varsity Shop Training Center, Oakland County's premier sports training and instructional facility. The Suburban Collection, make the choice. And Metro PCS, wireless for all. Hey everyone, we are hanging out in Canton. Little KLAA boys basketball is going to claim the center stage for this particular episode. A little battle for South Division supremacy, the division leading Westland John Glenn Rockets here to take on the second place Canton Chiefs. Now, I know it's hard to believe, but the winter sports are actually beginning to start to wind down the regular season. I mean, for most sports, February means playoffs and March means championships. Who's going to take you there in only the way we know how? State champs. I am your host, Lauren Plant. All right, our own Kyle Bogenschutz is going to be discussing the pressure that high-level recruits are facing these days. Social media is having an impact. Stick around for that story. Of course, we're going to have lots of highlights, including a big win on the wrestling match. But we're going to begin our Metro PCS high school highlights on the hardwood, and then we're going to hit the ice. We begin with boys hoops. First place showdown in the MAC Blue as Warren Fitzgerald was at home taking on Madison Heights Madison. Both teams 4-0 in league play. We begin in the first. Fitzgerald sophomore Tony Jackson with the rejection. Shumel Ahmed going the other way. Bucket. He had 16 on the night. Madison coming in at 8-1 late in the first, off the rebound and working well in transition. Will Bradley with the feed to the trailer Nick Wallace, and the junior puts it through. Eagles down 6 after the first. To the second quarter we go. Spartans able to get something out of a broken play. Inside to the 240-pound senior Ramel Brown. Strong to the 10. Fitzgerald led by 6, 36-30 into the locker room.
We took their punch, now let's regroup now and get after the third quarter. Remember, we're on our home court, we're playing for first place in the league. That's what it's about.
No doubt. Fitz giving fits on the O-glass. Angelo Oglesby with the attempt. What can Brown do for you? Put back and the foul. Back comes Madison. Senior Damon Bozeman hits the follow-away jumper. The Eagles still down 49-46 heading into the fourth. Back and forth game the rest of the way. Madison running and gunning. Tevin Washington to Wallace. Game knotted at 49 apiece. Fitzgerald not fretting. The Eagles were zoning up nicely until Ahmed just ducks inside and delivers to Oglesby. The junior had 16 on the night. But too much Madison on this night. The senior Bozeman, 7 straight games with 30 points or more. The theft, and he's gone to the cup. Damon dropped a game-high 38. Madison grabs sole possession of first in the MAC Blue, 69-62 the final. We head down south for girls basketball. Check out the old school entrance in this Catholic League crossover. Allen Park Cabrini at home to match wits with the Ventures of Madison Heights Bishop Foley. Cabrini came in with a 6-3 record, still in the thick of things in the Catholic East Division. First quarter, lights out shooting the rock. Emily Bondar up top to the senior Valerie Bertani. The masked Monarch hits from downtown. She had 9 in the contest. Later in the first, working it around the horn until it falls in the hands of the sophomore Caitlin Lefevre from the deep corner. Cabrini led by 15 at 24-9 after the first. Now, Foley came into this contest with a 7-3 overall record, but they have their work cut out for them if they plan to make any noise in the Catholic West Division. To make matters worse, without 3 starters in this one. No excuses, though. Colleen Saka shoots a dart inside to the junior Lauren Cross, and the finish. Back comes Cabrini, and what a first half for the senior Danielle Lalo. Here, down low, fighting off the double team, off the window, and the foul. Lalo collected 19 points in the first half. Monarchs led 38-21 at the break.
First 3 minutes of this third quarter, we have to be 0-0. We have to come out on top the first 3 minutes. Win. 1, 2, 3.
Win.
Advice taken because the Monarchs jumped out to start the third quarter. Again, patient on the perimeter. Bertani passing the pill in the paint to Lalo. Game high 28 for Danielle. Cabrini cruising up 49-26 into the fourth. Foley still fighting. Sakas over to Allison Arafat, and the senior knocks it down. but Cabrini held home court with a steady diet of work in the post. A pair of seniors hooking up Allison Lane to Christina Marchaletta. Monarchs go on to win 59-40.
We got to play a full 3 periods right from the start. We can't get down. Every time we get down, we got to have, we got to press too hard to get back in it. So let's make sure we play hard from the start. Let's play with a sense of urgency.
On to boys hockey at the Detroit Skating Club. An OAA-KLAA crossover as the Lake Orion Dragons welcome to the Olympic-sized ice surface the Corsairs from Waterford Mott. Ranked 10th in Division 1, Lake Orion coming in at 10-5-1. We pick it up in the second period. Game scoreless, but not for long. This Kyler Black rebound attempt is stopped by John Furton, but the junior Kurt Ladshaw there to take out the trash. 1-0 Dragons. Lake Orion would strike again minutes later. Elliott Rink throws it off the boards. It deflects off a Mott's stick, and there goes Shane Stockwell. The senior co-captain backhands it home to zip the score. When it was all said and done, the Dragons outshot Mott 45-16. Still in the second period, Tony Johnson's shot stopped, but Trevor Knight will bury the rebound. After 2 periods of play, Lake Orion up 3-0. Waterford Mott trying to get back to 500 on the season and hit by the injury bug. In the third, on the man advantage, Tyler Vaughn snapping it home from the blue line. Corsairs down 3-1. Now Mott had only 7 shots in the third. Here was another. Hockey Player of the Year candidate Scott Cuthrell blazing between 2 Dragon defenders, but his shot is denied by Drew Galasso. The senior netminder with a solid 15 saves on the night. Lake Orion wins 3-1. The Dragons now 11-5-1 on the season.
Time now to take a look at the latest from Lawrence Technological University. As Lawrence Tech's new athletic program continues to take shape, students are beginning to jump at the chance to play for a school with such a glowing academic record. And so we have yet another signing to tell you about. But this one is just a little extra special as we introduce you to Allison Bicknell, the first ever signee for LTU women's basketball. Allison joins Lawrence Tech following a very successful 4-year varsity career at Waterford Kettering High School. Having been a varsity starter since her freshman season, Bicknell knows all about hard work, and she can't wait to bring that attitude with her to Lawrence Tech.
Ever since I was in middle school, my dad asked me in 8th grade, what do you want to do? I said I wanted to play varsity as a freshman. And it happened. And then in 9th grade, he's like, do you want to play college basketball? I said, yeah. That's what I want to do. When I get out of high school, I want to be able to play at the college level. And it's happening, so I'm pretty excited about it.
Allison's future coach, LTU's Mary Pinkowski, loves what she sees from Allison on the basketball court. But more importantly for Pinkowski, it's Bicknell's off-the-court demeanor that really sold her on offering Bicknell the chance to play ball for LTU.
She works her butt off on the floor. She definitely has a pure shot. But overall, after we've spent time with her and the family, she seems a genuinely good person and has a substantial amount of character. And that's kind of where, with my experience when it kicks in, is I've learned that you'd rather go with a player that kind of has a little bit of everything. The athleticism, puts to work in the classroom. Even with all of the buzz surrounding their upcoming season, winning is still the ultimate judge of the success of the Lady Blue Devils basketball team. And Bicknell, who will be enrolling in LTU's business management program, believes that her strong desire for success will help make her new team a winner.
I hustle and I work very hard. I have a very hard work ethic and I don't like to lose. So winning definitely was what I want to do. So I'll do anything it takes to win.
We'll be sure to keep you up to date as Coach Pinkowski continues to build her team. But one thing's for sure, the Lady Blue Devil basketball players will be ready to play when their inaugural season kicks off next winter. As always, if you'd like to learn more about any of the LTU sports, visit BlueDevilAthletics.com. I'm David Faze from Lawrence Tech for State Champs. Experience everything Lawrence Technological University has to offer at ltu.edu. Lawrence Tech. Possible is everything.
You're watching State Champs. I'm Lacey Schmidtke. Don't forget to check out our website at statechamps.tv, where you can watch all the videos of our previous shows and vote for the High School Hockey Player of the Year. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with State Champs.
Hey, State Champs fans, this week we're hanging out at the Suburban Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram of Novi, hanging out with the sales manager, Ryan Burke. Ryan's got a journey he wants to sell you.
Right here we have a 2012 Dodge Journey SXT. Just announced $500 auto show bonus cash plus $1,000 match money. Right now we have payments as low as $99 for a 24-month lease.
All right, you cannot beat that deal. Get down here and remember our pre-owned deal of the week coming up just a little bit later.
The movement has begun for thousands of people. A new way of thinking. A liberation. Freedom from contracts and fine print. Freedom to move through life to their own beat. To stay connected without having to disconnect from their money. That's why everybody's moving to Metro.
Welcome back to State Champs. Well, in the age of the internet, Facebook, Twitter, chat rooms, websites, even entire networks dedicated to high school recruiting, well, it's great fun and research for us, the fans, but what if you're an athlete actually going through it? Let's say you have a breakout sophomore season, then all of a sudden, it's all on you, all eyes on you. Our own Kyle Bogenschutz takes it from here.
Hard work pays off, whether it be in life, work, school, or athletics. In football or basketball, hard work combined with true talent can put a player on the biggest stage possible. Professional, college, and now even high school athletes have a platform they must perform on. Being a 16-year-old high school student is hard enough, even harder when all eyes are on you.
It was pretty much 10th grade year. That's when the schools started coming around, making their presence felt. In the AAU circuit, you see the coaches sitting around watching you play. You just try to go out and dominate.
Was it Coach Reeves that helped you find a way to kind of deal with everything and kind of clear your head a little bit?
Yeah, he just told me, just go out there and play basketball. Don't worry about everything on the outside. And just play as hard as you can on the floor and do good in the classroom, and he'll take care of the rest.
With fans logging on to Twitter or Facebook trying to keep tabs on who they want to be the next star football or basketball player at the college they choose, it's easy to forget that these 17, 16, even 15-year-old kids are just trying to have fun. With all the pressure and criticism sent in the direction of these recruits, it can become a little overwhelming.
The pressure mostly came from fans. My dad, everyone knows that my dad went to Michigan, but he still said it was my choice, and he loved every school that I visited, and he was by my side. So mostly just fans that put the pressure on me. I kind of handle it myself in a way, because I put like a little board up in my room and all that, and put all the likes and dislikes to the schools and figured it out myself. I didn't put too much pressure on it.
Despite the constant phone calls from college coaches or messages from fans, the recruiting process is about finding the best fit and taking everything in stride.
I always dreamed of stuff like this. Just a lot of guys coming to see me play, and a lot of social media and stuff like that. I'm embracing it. It's coming in. I'm enjoying it a lot. It's always another guy in another state that's doing the same thing, getting the same attention. So, I always want to be a couple steps ahead of the next guy, so I always, work harder than the average guy, just stay on top of my game. I just act like a normal kid. I tweet a lot like, every other kid. Just have fun like a normal teenage kid would.
Take advantage of it at first, because, it's fun. Just try to rack up as many offers as you can. That's what I was trying to do, I'll be honest. And then once it comes crunch time and you really get an idea where you go, just make sure you choose the right school.
For State Champs, I'm Kyle Bogenschutz.
Make sure you check out our Twitter page at State Champs TV. But for now, hang tight. We'll be right back with the Metro PCS High School highlights right here on State Champs.
Attention, State Champs Nation! We want your vote on who should be the Suburban Collection High School Hockey Player of the Year. Choose from our current crop of candidates by logging on to statechamps.tv. Click the voting box on the homepage and get in on the fun. The winner of the online vote will have a guaranteed spot in our Frozen Four. Vote for the Suburban Collection High School Hockey Player of the Year, only at statechamps.tv. Lauren Plant here at the Metro PCS store in Westland to introduce you to the latest and greatest phone you need to get. The lovely Jackie is holding the LG Esteem. This bad boy is 4G enabled on the Android platform, touchscreen, Gorilla Glass, 5-megapixel camera, HD face-to-face video chat. You know you want it. Just $299 after rebate. Pick up the LG Esteem here on Warren Road near the Westland Mall or at any 15 Michigan Metro PCS locations. Wireless for all, y'all. Looking for all the latest high school hoops and football recruiting news? Join the conversation and tune in to the new State Champs High School Basketball and Recruiting Show every Friday night from 9 to 11 p.m. on 11:30 a.m. WDFN. The Detroit News' Tom Markowski and yours truly, Lauren Plant, will bring you up-to-date scores and stories, including player and coach interviews. Presented by Lawrence Tech University, it's the State Champs High School Basketball and Recruiting Show, Friday nights from 9 to 11 p.m. on WDFN, The Fan.
Welcome back. We swing on over to wrestling, where Brighton tries to snap a 15-year losing streak to Heartland in our Metro PCS High School highlights.
It's going to take every single one of you guys. Do you understand that? It's all about you right now. For this team. You for this team. Everything you've got, full six, no bonus points. We hit them when we can.
Coach Cheney revving up the troops. A win by either team clinches the KLAA West. Third-ranked Brighton in the middle of a 15-year losing streak to Heartland. Under the spotlight, we begin in the 140 weight class. Brighton junior Ryan Foley in black taking on Anthony Kalane. Foley with the leg sweep for two. He'd later take the match. Few tussles later, 152. Bulldogs junior Aaron Calderon, 34-1 record. Mitchell Thomas his opponent. Good battle early, but Calderon prevails via the scramble. Brighton earned the first three matches. Dogs keeping it going. Next to 160, Jordan Maschke and Chad Nax locking up. The senior Maschke in control. The single and double takedown chalk up another win for Brighton. We go to 171. Good one between two ranked grapplers. 4th-ranked Andy White from Brighton and 9th-ranked Eagle Justin Charneski. White gets Charneski with a Granby roll to the headlock. Bulldogs take the first 5 on the mat. But 5th-ranked Heartland is resilient. To 189, 5th-ranked Matt Ostermiller taking on Chris Raby. Ostermiller owned this one. The single to double leg takedown, Eagles on the board. At 215, Heartland's Ryan Hill squaring off against Tim Stannis. Ryan was the king of the hill. The chip whip and the finish with the pin. Heartland won 3 straight matches, now with a small lead. So the stage was set for late game drama. To 119, Brighton senior Jackson Pizzo and Justin Rollins. Jackson, the short sit on Rollins for 2. He later got the W. Brighton still down a point at 20-19. Back comes Heartland. 2nd ranked at 119, Austin Eicher bumping up to 125 to take on 8th ranked Jordan Amin. Austin would prevail, hitting Jordan with the low single leg shot. Eagles increasing their lead. But the Dogs bit back at 130. 2nd ranked in this class, CJ Brish going up against Devin Chalut. Brish dominated. The single leg takedown, the win, and the bonus points. We were tied at 23 points apiece. So it came down to the last match of the night. 135. Brighton's Evan Hosaw, 34-1. Marcus Lopez would be his victim. The cow catcher finishing it off with the pin. Let the party begin in B-Town. They beat Heartland for the first time since 1997. The icing on the cake, they capture the KLAA West Division crown. Back to boys b-ball in the Catholic League. U of D Jesuit fired up as they were at home taking on their rivals, Warren De La Salle. Jesuit in white coming into the contest at 6-3, second in the Central Division, and this night they were ready to play. First quarter action, the junior Andrew Horde draining one of his 2 triples in the first half. De La Salle sitting in first place in the division at 3-0. The Western Michigan recruit Connor Tavey with the steal, back the other way, Bunny. Pilots down 14-13 after the first. This was a really good first half. Jesuit working the ball around the horn until Cam Fowler finds Chris Jenkins, the Colorado recruit, the hoop and the harm. He had 11. It was tied at 25 at the break. But the Pilots jumped out to start the last 2 quarters. Senior Brad Law breaks down the man-to-man D. Mismatch for Tavey, going glass with the left. 15 on the night for Tavey. De La Salle up 9. But the Cubs cut away at that deficit. Check out Horde, bobbing and weaving. That was filthy. Just as time expires in the third, U of D Jesuit down 5 at 42-37. Action-packed fourth, could have gone either way. The Pilots got game 2. Check out Brad Law with the spin and the finish. He finished with a game-high 21. De La Salle up 48-45.
I believe that we will win. I believe that we will win. I believe that we will win. I believe that we will win.
The Jesuit student section sending off that good mojo. A minute to go in the contest now. Game tied at 51. The senior Fowler and a little divine intervention helped that one. Jesuit up a bucket. But never count out the Pilots. This is how quick buckets are done, son. The turnover, then it's Tavey serving to the senior Billy Petzold. This game was tied at 53 with 30 ticks left. But Jesuit would get to the charity stripe and led 54-53 with 2 seconds to go. Jenkins with the missed free throw. The Pilots with the desperation heave off the mark. U of D Jesuit edges out their rivals 54-53. The Cubs now tied for first in the Central with De La Salle and Catholic Central. The high school highlights are presented by Metro PCS.
Wireless for all!
Stick around. The Suburban Collection main event is coming up. In boys basketball, it's Canton tipping off against Westland John Glenn right here on State Champs.
Committed to giving you a great car at a great price, Suburban Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram of Novi offers this brilliant Black Crystal 2008 Dodge Caliber SXT. It can fit your friends and all your stuff. Good mileage, this 5-door hatchback has all the safety and spoils you want, all for just $10,995. Great financing is available, and if you mention State Champs, they will take another $100 off. Just stop on by the lot near Grand River and Haggerty. Make the choice. Are you serious about reaching your athletic goals? Then come to the Varsity Shop Training Center. The Varsity Shop Training Center is a premier sports training and instruction facility for athletes of all ages and abilities. Our full-time certified strength and conditioning staff can focus on all aspects of athletic development. Reach your full potential and log on to varsityshoptrainingcenter.com or call 248-874-4920 and ask for the State Champs Varsity Club member discount. Time now for our Suburban Collection main event, and we are going to stay in boys basketball. A couple of teams having, well, kind of quiet but very nice seasons. Let's go ahead and blow the lid off that. Westland John Glenn is 8-2 and a perfect 5-0 in the KLAA South. Now, Canton is 9-2 overall, 4-1 in the South, currently sitting in second. Their only defeat in the division 3 weeks ago, a 48-45 loss to the Rockets. So, is it time for Chiefs to get a little payback, or is it the Rockets' time to fly?
5-on-5. It's their guys against our guys. It's our bench versus their bench. It's our coaching staff against their coaching staff. Sure. And who comes ready to play.
Both teams ready to rumble with KLAA South Division bragging rights at stake. Despite some good Glenn man-to-man defense, Canton in white would start the game on a 7-0 run. the senior center Paul Baumgart using all of his 6'7" frame. The Chiefs led 14-13 after one, but Westland John Glenn countered in the second by outscoring Canton 17-2. On the break, Nick Daniels the dribble drive, drawing the defenders, kick to Desmond Cervera from beyond the arc. Rockets were up 14 points at the half.
They're going to come with everything they have right in the first part of the third quarter, and that's when we got to just not get too hyped.
Canton began a methodical march back into the match. Junior forward Josh Mayberry seeing daylight and attacking. Chiefs with a bit of momentum.
We're in their jam. You start letting them get comfortable. It's a 13-point game right now.
How would the Rockets respond? Igniting that fire in the belly. Marquise Graves with the jumper, no, but the senior big man Eric Colville was a monster inside. Count it, and the foul. Into the fourth, John Glenn led 47-30. But there was no quit in Canton. 5 triples dropped in the fourth. This is the freshman Greg Williams from behind the line. Chiefs down 9 now at 49-40. 45 seconds left in the game now. Chiefs down just 5. Scott Green's step back 3 is off the iron, but the big boy, Baumgart, bangs it home and one. Canton down just a deuce at 58-56. With 11 seconds left, Chiefs still down a basket. What a fake by the senior Kyle Adams. The jumper ties the game at 58. Daniels gets the ball for the Rockets and draws the foul. He's heading to the line for 2. Daniels would hit his free throws to give Glenn back the 2-point lead, so Canton with the final chance to tie or win it. Good look, but it clangs off the iron. Westland John Glenn wins it 60-58. Rockets making a convincing case. They are the team to beat in the entire KLAA. The main event is powered by the Suburban Collection. Let's bring in Lacey.
In our Suburban Collection, primetime performer is Eric Colville. Eric, how does it feel to stay on top in this division?
It feels good. Usually we don't come out as strong, so second half we came up, we kept the good intensity, and I'm glad we pulled it through, and I'm glad for our team.
All right, that's it for this week. Our good friend Tom Markowski, well, he came down with that stomach thing that's been going around, so we kept him away. Of course, we hope for him to have a speedy recovery. I do want to thank Scott Bernstein of the Oakland Press for joining me on the Friday night radio show. If you happen to miss that, well, you can check out the highlights at our website, statechamps.tv. Just go ahead and click on the radio page. And while you are there, make sure you vote for the Suburban Collection High School Hockey Player of the Year. Currently, Wyandott's Tyler Grote is leading the vote, and Trenton's Blake Watala is not far behind. So the downriver is representing. What do you think about that, huh? Get on the website and cast your vote for your favorite player. All right, of course, next week is National Football Signing Day, so like every year, we are going to be all over that. There's some great games lined up as well, so make sure you join us right here on State Champs. We'll see you next week. State Champs is brought to you by Lawrence Technological University, where possible is everything. The Varsity Shop Training Center, Oakland County's premier sports training and instructional facility. The Suburban Collection, make the choice. And Metro PCS, wireless for all.